You may have seen the political ad on TV right now claiming the Republican candidate in the Secretary of State runoff owes $130,000 in taxes. Brad Raffensperger says he has no unpaid taxes. So who's right? 11 Live's Doug Richards is fact-checking that ad.
Brad Raffensperger owed up to $130,000 in taxes.
It's an ad designed to make Republican candidate Brad Raffensperger look like a tax deadbeat. But notice the attribution for the information.
Even his Republican opponent said it.
The ad rehashes an allegation made months ago by a political opponent.
Raffensperger owes up to $130,000 in unpaid personal and business taxes.
Democrats say they have no independent documentation of this. They point to a newspaper article indicating some back taxes owed by a company Raffensperger once owned. Raffensperger says he paid those taxes earlier this year.
But I went ahead and took care of it. And I, at that time, said, if there's any other liens that you happen to find that I'm not aware of, I'll take care of those.
Now back to the ad. And notice the language in the past tense.
Brad Raffensperger owed up to $130,000 in taxes.
The ad says he owed taxes. Everybody has owed taxes. The attribution here is to tax records in Gwinnett and Muskogee counties. And Raffensperger says yes, he and his companies owed and then paid taxes earlier this year to those two counties, totaling about $5,000.
They weren't personal, they were all business related. They just tagged me as a person, and so they did. I wasn't going to argue about it.
Here's the part of the ad that Raffensperger's opponent, John Barrow, says is indisputable.
Brad Raffensperger swore he had paid his taxes. He lied.
When they run for state office, every candidate has to sign a form indicating the tax collector isn't after them. When he signed the form, Raffensperger says that he was personally tagged, along with his businesses, for those tax liens in Gwinnett and Muskogee counties. But he says that because they were business taxes, he did not lie when he signed that affidavit. You signed an affidavit and then paid the liens, though, right?
Yeah, I did, but it was never a personal liability.
Yet Raffensperger admits that his name was attached to the liens, along with his company. It'll be up to voters to decide how truthful they think he was and how much it matters when he faces John Barrow in the runoff Tuesday. Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.